I discovered my sister knew about my husband's affair. Before I finally left him completely, I was standing in the kitchen at 11:40 on a Tuesday night when my husband asked why I looked upset again. He said it casually while rinsing his coffee mug like I was becoming another annoying household problem beside the leaking bathroom sink. I remember staring at the back of his neck and noticing how relaxed he looked. That was the moment I realized he truly believed I would never leave him. Earlier that evening, my younger sister Mia accidentally sent me a screenshot meant for someone else. It showed a conversation between her and my husband from 3 months ago. The messages were full of jokes about how paranoid I had become after finding a strange receipt in his car. Then there was one sentence from Mia that made my stomach drop. Just delete the hotel emails before she checks the iPad again. I didn't confront him immediately because I suddenly felt embarrassed instead of angry. I went upstairs and opened our shared phone account. There were dozens of calls between him and a woman named Celeste, usually around 6:15 in the morning when he supposedly sat in traffic outside his office building. I recognized the number because it appeared once on our home tablet during Thanksgiving dinner. He told me then it belonged to a coworker. I believed him because Mia laughed and said I watched too many crime documentaries. Around 1 a.m., I drove to the grocery store near Maple Avenue just to get out of the house. I bought shampoo and frozen waffles I didn't need because I couldn't stand walking back outside empty-handed. I sat in my car afterward and realized I had spent almost 2 years training myself not to react to obvious lies. The worst part was learning my sister had known for months. Mia still came over every Sunday afternoon. She drank wine with me on the couch and listened while I cried about feeling disconnected from my marriage. She even hugged me once after I asked whether she thought my husband still loved me. Looking back now, I think she already knew he was sleeping with someone else. Maybe she felt guilty. Maybe she enjoyed knowing something I didn't. I honestly cannot decide which possibility hurts more. 3 days after I found the messages, I confronted him in our driveway before work. He barely denied anything. He looked exhausted, like the secret had become inconvenient. He admitted the affair started during a conference in Phoenix and continued afterward. Then he said something that still replays in my head constantly. I thought eventually you'd stop looking for reasons not to trust me. Hearing that made me feel physically cold. I moved into a small apartment above a dentist's office 6 weeks later. The place smells like antiseptic every morning, and the radiator bangs loudly around sunrise. I thought leaving would make me feel relieved, but mostly I just felt disoriented. My husband cried when I packed my clothes, which somehow made everything uglier. Mia kept texting me apologies that sounded copied from therapy websites. I stopped responding after she wrote, "People make complicated mistakes." That sentence pushed me over the edge because nothing about this felt complicated anymore. They lied comfortably while I questioned my own instincts every day. Some nights I still wake up reaching toward the other side of the bed before remembering where I am. Before I drove away from a gas station near downtown last Friday, my husband asked whether I hated him. I wanted to say yes because it would have simplified everything. Instead, I told him I mostly hated the version of myself that kept accepting tiny humiliations just to preserve our routine. He looked down after that and nodded slowly like he finally understood something too late. I cried the entire drive home. Not because I missed him exactly, but because I missed the person I used to be before suspicion became part of my daily life. My apartment was dark when I walked inside, except for the microwave clock blinking 12:03. I stood there holding my keys, listening to the radiator knock inside the walls, and realized nobody was going to explain why any of this happened in a way that made sense.